Maestro Manfred Honeck, music director of the Pittsburgh Symphony. Here we are in your office, just as you're about to rehearse for the final time for the tour of Europe, which is happening in just a few days. Very exciting. Thursday night, we have Yefim Bronfman appearing as soloist and Mahler's Symphony Number 5. So there's a preview of the tour, two of the big pieces that you're taking to several cities. I hope you've had a good summer so far. All is well?
Absolutely. I really enjoyed the summer very much. I was at home mostly because as a conductor you're always on the road. So it's the pleasure for me to be at home and in the Alps. But there was also something happening in my family that my son got married.
Congratulations.
We had a big wedding and the whole family were coming together, and it was a joy, I must say. And this is for me. I'm a family guy, and I like it very much to be together with all the grandchildren and own children and the whole family, extended family. It's beautiful, and that's a good preparation also for the tour.
Which son was it?
It was Simeon. He's the fifth son.
I remember being with you more than 14 years ago in your home, and Simeon was pushing little cars around, and his mother was there. I can't believe he's married now. He's gotten much older.
Well, indeed, he pushed the car. Now he pushed the car as well, but he's sitting and driving the car. So.
And did you have music at the wedding? Did you play?
No, actually my daughter put together a band and musicians so that I could enjoy myself and just listening and be part of the visitors, but just to listen to music is, I think, the best for me, and that they knew that, and I was very happy that my own children also taking care of the music.
Beautiful. Did you have Wagner or Mendelssohn as the wedding march?
No. My children they have also very light music and with also some piano and guitar, and so that they have a very good selection of music they love, spiritual music.
Pachelbel canon?
Not yet.
It's so popular at weddings, you
Absolutely,
know.
Absolutely.
Oh my! Well, I'll hope to see some photographs of the bride and groom at some point. Please share. Tell me your thoughts about this tour. You're going to Salzburg as the only American orchestras this year. You've got the Vienna Philharmonic, the Berlin Philharmonic, the Austrian Radio Orchestra, the Mahler Youth Orchestra, all kinds of visiting orchestras of great distinction. America will be represented by the Pittsburgh Symphony.
And I must say I'm very thankful and proud of this orchestra, of our Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. They are so fantastic in shape, and I had today my first rehearsal after 4 weeks break, and I must tell you that it's astonishing. After 4 weeks not playing together, it came so fantastic together. The first rehearsal was already wonderful. Of course, it's a way to go, and next week we have our first concert in Salzburg, but to be invited by in this prestigious festival, that means also something. I remember 2 years ago when we played in the Salzburg Festival, the director said, you have to come back, you have to bring another Mahler. So it's Mahler Fifth Symphony, and the orchestra made an enormous impression with Mahler 1 2 years ago. And I'm very thankful because I know that the director is also very keen to bring great orchestras into to the festival, and that he select our orchestra now third time now. That it means for me personally something, but also for the orchestra. I'm so happy that we can represent America with this wonderful Symphony Number 5 by Mahler, and Yefim Bronfman is the soloist with Rachmaninoff's third concerto. It's my hometown. I'm regularly in Salzburg. It was actually already in the 80s. I played there under the baton of Bernstein, Karajan, and different other, Bado, Muti. And I love Salzburg very much. And now come with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. And it is means for me a lot. It's get quite emotional.
How can you describe the special atmosphere there? Of course, it's beautiful to see with the mountain behind and the concert halls in the side of the mountain. People come from around the world, so you have great statespeople. Margaret Thatcher used to come to concerts, Prince Charles. You have European leaders, and the best of the best from the music world appear there. So it's a very special atmosphere at Salzburg.
It's indeed a very special happening. Everybody knows that is the most prestigious festival in the world, actually. And we have a wonderful villages and cities in Austria. But Salzburg is so special. Mozart was born there, and they took this, they brought this festival another level. It's more than 100 years now existing, and I must say that the director and those who choose the artists, they are very selective, and they really want to have the best. And you know, it's beautiful that this orchestra continues to tour. I know that the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra was also with Maris Janssons in Salzburg, I think.
Yes.
And so then it was a period where the orchestra did not was not present there. But for me, it is beautiful to be among those great artists in the world who collect, and you feel it really that you meet people at the same time. Somebody's playing in the or singing in the opera, another conduct is rehearsing in the morning. In the evening there is another orchestra. You have a lot of guests and great artists who come together, and you meet them on the street, and you can go for dinner with them also, and that happens in Salzburg.
I meant to look. I think this is an anniversary year for the film The Sound of Music, and people come from around the world to see the places where The Sound of Music was filmed. For many years, I think Austrians didn't care for it, and it wasn't really known in Austria, but now all around the world people know Julie Andrews and The Sound of Music. That's just part of the atmosphere there.
Absolutely, and especially for Americans. And I must admit, before I came to Pittsburgh, I have never seen Sound of Music myself. It was actually not common in Austria to see the film, but then I said, I want to see that, and I still remember when I watched the movie with my children, and we had all tears. It was so beautiful to see this. Now I understand it very much. It's also collects all the beautiful moments in Salzburg and in this area where it was filmed. I was just in my some days in south of Salzburg, where it says a Sound of Music path, also the Burg Werfen, where they also made some moments. It's just great. It's just wonderful. There is a history there. There is a presence there. And by the way, in Salzburg, it's not only orchestras. It's also, of course, recitals, chamber music, choir, and acting. Everybody who is interested in art who comes to Salzburg. Therefore, I'm so happy to have the first concert on this tour already in Salzburg.
I once had the honor of meeting you at the oldest restaurant in Europe, which is the Stiftskeller. You were there with your family. It's in the side of an old cathedral? I forget what the building is.
It's actually a monastery, St. Peter. And it is actually amazing and old. And I was always amazed. There is a graveyard just on the side of this restaurant. You might remember where all the families and friends of the Mozart family were buried there. And it's just in the middle of the city, very small. But it's Salzburg, it's very small, and what a history it has. It's just amazing.
Have you had a chance to look at the music press from this summer's festival? Sometimes there's controversy. There are productions with modernist direction, great sensations, new artists. Have you taken a look at the reviews or any of the press?
Not really very much, but it sounds very familiar to me, because a festival has also to present new things which goes with the time, and some are fantastic, some controversial, and I would say a festival has to present a lot of different styles as well. And also in the music and orchestral music, you cannot always perform Beethoven and Mozart. You have to also to present new pieces or different pieces, or different combination of wonderful composers. So this, otherwise it would be boring, I think. People expect that from a festival and of this caliber.
We're talking about one concert, and there are other very important and prestigious concerts on the trip. You're going to be in residence, 2 concerts at the Elbphilharmonie.
Yes, that will be in Hamburg, which is for me also very beautiful. I was the first conductor who made a rehearsal in the new Philharmonic with their own orchestra. And so I know this hall very good, and I really love the building. Of course, there is a challenge in the acoustic of this hall, but we are always getting used to it. I love Hamburg very much. It's a city, and especially the concept of the season and the festival, what they have in the summer concerts. It's actually amazing. Many guest orchestras are coming there as well. And I'm also happy that we have 2 concerts there with Anne-Sophie Mutter playing the Mendelssohn Violin Concerto. And we perform also Firebird by Stravinsky and our Turandot suite there, so this will be also for them quite new. It was never performed in Hamburg. But we should also not forget that we also, before that, we are in a small city in Italy, in Merano and in Grafeneck Festival, which is also run by Rudolf Buchbinder, a very true friend of the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, who played several times with us. And it's beautiful to be there also with María Dueñas, the young rising star of, she plays the Bruch Violin Concerto. Amazing artist. I'm so happy that we have 2 great soloists with Anne-Sophie Mutter and Yefim Bronfman, and a young soloist also on the tour. So this is for me beautiful to present different kind of soloists with different repertoire as well.
I hope you're able to play outside at Grafeneck. Sometimes the orchestras had rain, but it's wonderful either way, inside or outside. It's fantastic.
Yeah, of course. I mean, outside, the acoustic is amazing there outside, I must say. I'm always worried that the acoustic is not good, but they had a fantastic acousticization there. The sound of the orchestra really blends in very good. And of course, if you can be outside, if the weather allows it, then with many more people can visit there. Of course, you have also sometimes birds flying above the orchestra, and you will hear them. That's in the nature of an outdoor concert, but it's a fantastic atmosphere also. I love Grafeneck as well.
Rudolf Buchbinder, was here last with the Beethoven concertos complete across a weekend, an amazing feat. And he continues to record. Did I read that he's thinking of giving farewell recitals, or is he still performing as much as he ever did?
Oh yes, he is still performing. So is I think knowing Rudolf Buchbinder, he will not probably stop playing. And would be as a pity because he's one of the best pianists, and what an experience he has is just amazing.
Tell me about the city you're going to in Italy. I've never been there.
It's Merano. It's the north of Italy, Südtirol, south Alto Adige. It's called in Italy, and it's a small city, but they have a festival there as well. In former time, a lot of aristocrats went to Merano, and for summertime, so. This very, very beautiful city. The hall is not that big, of course, like in Salzburg or in Hamburg, but it is big enough to play Mahler 1, Mahler First Symphony, and Yefim Bronfman is playing the Rachmaninoff again. So it's a very prestigious festival as well, smaller than the others, but I'm really looking forward to be its first time with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra there.
Dortmund has a nice festival in the summer, and if I remember, there's a connection to Pittsburgh through one of the managers there who used to work here or somewhere in the U.S. Maybe he went to Carnegie Mellon. I can't remember, and he'd kill me for forgetting the connection right this minute. Mm-hmm. But in any case, I know you were welcomed warmly there the last time you were in Dortmund.
Yeah, they have a fantastic management as well, and then we open their season, so it will be a huge event for them. And last time when I was there, he asked me, "Could you come with your orchestra?" I said, "Well, let's try and let's find it." And fortunately, it went well. And we found a date, so he's very happy. That we come, and I'm also very happy that this will be the first concert with Anne-Sophie Mutter, with Mendelssohn, so we will have a rehearsal there as well. And by the way, the acoustic there is very good. It's a new hall and very, very fine, so I can't wait to do that. And then the next, we will be in Düsseldorf. It's not new for us, we are regularly there, in Cologne as well. And the last... and Wiesbaden, of course, will be also. But the last concert of the tour will be on the 7th of September in my hometown, in Vienna. So this, I can't wait to do this. In this also, they open the season with us. And we ask for Mahler 1, Mahler First Symphony, because they will have a Mahler cycle throughout the whole year. And to be there in our own hometown, it means something for me as well.
This is the Konzerthaus.
This is the Konzerthaus, and perfect acoustic for Mahler.
And a place you worked a lot with the Vienna Symphony Orchestra.
Absolutely. In both halls in Musikverein and Konzerthaus, both are fantastic. And it also has a special meaning this time because I come the first time with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra in the Konzerthaus because my daughter Anna Maria is working there.
Wonderful.
She's in the management. She's the right hand of the director.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. What a grand finale. It's so great. I think sometimes it's difficult for Americans to understand the difference between the Vienna Symphony and the Vienna Philharmonic. Both orchestras are equally prestigious in this amazing town where you have two incredible orchestras.
Absolutely. They're really, really great orchestras. And actually the ORF orchestra, radio orchestra, is also there. And so Vienna have 3 big orchestras, actually, and it's amazing.
Is there any crossover between the Vienna Symphony and the Vienna Philharmonic? Do any of the players jump from one to the other?
It could happen sometimes, but we have also to know that the Vienna Philharmonic is mainly an opera orchestra. They play in a state opera, and the Vienna Symphony Orchestra is only concert orchestra. So they are performing only in a concert hall.
Are we leaving any special features of this trip out? We want Pittsburgh to understand how amazing it is for the orchestra to be on tour in Europe.
It's absolutely great. We feel like ambassadors, and we bring Pittsburgh into the world as an orchestra. And it amazes me always when people are coming to our concerts. They're waiting for us. They're waiting for Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. And it makes me so proud and so happy also. And I was just recently in Japan, in the Pacific Music Festival, which was founded by Leonard Bernstein. And you cannot imagine how many people came after concert and after rehearsals, waiting in a hotel lobby to get our CDs, which we made in Pittsburgh, signed. There's a lot of passion and support for the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra. It amazes me, and I'm very, very happy because I think that just this to go on tour, it has enormous impact for us.
Maestro, this is a very busy time for you. I don't want to delay even one more minute. Thank you so much for spending the time with WQED-FM. I love that on your desk is the Q Award, which you were given at the end of the season.
It was an honor to get this award, and I put it immediately on my desk, and it was so beautiful. It stays there, and it's wonderful. And I want to thank you again, Jim, and for WQED, that I could receive this award from you. It made me very happy, and I'm very proud of that.
Gute Reise, all the best. Have a wonderful trip.
I'm really looking forward to this tour, and will report to you.